Hi everyone and welcome to today's YouTube card creation. I'm practicing my ink blending skills and I wanted to give you some tips along the way, and particularly with the uniquely creative Outback Divine Kit. So I've used the uniquely creative Slim Gum Leaves die, and I've also paired it with that mini Brilliant Sentiments. I love these sentiments in here because it has like amazing and fabulous, incredible and brilliant. Then with the add-on, you are totally. Hope your day is. And I love, this is my language. This really speaks to me. I use this a lot. I don't necessarily, I suppose, publish all my cards, but when I send cards away, this is my go-to, and it's a very encouraging stamp set. Now, with today's card creation, I'm doing some ink blending. I'm using a smooth cardstock, and the colors I'm going with is green tea, deck the halls and spruce. I find when it comes to Australian green colors, these green colors that I've chosen kind of really resonated with the Outback bush type colors. With the green tea, I take it so it moves about a third up the slim die panel. Well, it's a panel. With the spruce ink, I work really, really gently. The reason why I work really gently, because it can be an overpowering ink. So I use a very, very light hand, and I work slowly to add the first color of the saturation. Then I will work eventually heavy-handed. I didn't want to lose this color. I really liked that you can turn this particular color into almost a very light pastel-y green, a muted type of green, but I didn't want to lose and add too much depth, because the Deck the Halls ink will add that to it. And I wanted to make sure that you can see this type of ink blending technique. And you can see here the eucalyptus it's a very rich, darker ink, and I had to work light again, and then basically I worked light-handed because the color's quite a saturated ink. I used a scrap piece of paper, and it's a very scrap piece of paper. I probably should have Post-it note, because now you can see my writing and my notes. And then with this panel, I bring in a spritzer because I wanted to add some shimmer and shine. And usually on my cards, I do add a little bit of shimmer and shine. So that I left my panel pretty much ink blended. I will fix up a little bit of the ink blending because I feel like I could have filled in some extra color. Again, that's why you can, if you go the lighter hand originally and work your way to a heavier handed, or slowly adding the inks, you'll find then that will work fine with the blending. So I've created my own spritzer. I've used a gold shimmer paint pot, and I mix it with half icicle, half water. I've got a little shoebox here that I'm going to spray in. Actually, that's a pizza box. And I spray pretty much from up top. The icicle will help it evaporate really quickly. With my heat tool, because I'm impatient, I will put heat setting 2. So it's a low fan speed and a low heat grade. So this way I can speed up the process and finish my card off. And this process, I wait until pretty much it is touch dry. And you can see that shimmer, it turns into like a pearlescent type of shimmer. It's like a DIY shimmer spray that I've made. Here is that gum leaves die. All the fallout came out pretty good. Now I'm just going, because I don't want to wreck this die. Sometimes I can be a bit heavy-handed, so I'm just going to gently just take out and help aid with the die falling out with just a pin here. Now just peeling this off really carefully. It's an intricate die, but it's got some good solid pieces. And with this, I'm going to just adhere it down. I'm going to use some Tombow Mono adhesive. I'm just going to put that all over the back, and I'm going to adhere it down on this ink blended panel. I don't mind if it goes down wonky, purely because I'm going to give this a little bit of a haircut, and I'm going to trim around the edges. Just making sure all that glue got down and pressed down firmly. Give it a good trim. And this is the sentiment I was talking about earlier that I'm going to use. Now I will adhere this panel down on a slim card base. It is going to be side folding. I think most slim card bases will be, considering how big and how much cardstock this takes. Making sure it's securely down, and then I'll work on the sentiment. Now again, this is from the Mini Brilliant Sentiment range. I'm using Deck the Halls. I'm going to color coordinate. I'm going to use the same inks that I used for the ink, what I used for the ink blending. And this says, "You are totally amazing." And then on the strip of white cardstock. And I'm going to foam mount that on. And that's it for today's card creation. It's so simple. I let the ink blending do all the work. I am still practicing my ink blending. The biggest tip I can offer if you use a really ultra smooth cardstock, it helps with the blending, and starting with a lighter hand, working your way in to get that depth. And that is today's card creation. I could have added some bling, but I was happy with the overall result. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed today's card creation, and I look forward to seeing you next time. See you later. If you like this video, please hit thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and watch any more card making tutorials.